I'll probably do some of this, like a few puzzles, and then something else. All right, precision 3 reason. Must have an area exactly 3. Delta rule and the Gemini rule. Case of all these. Something here that's exactly the same. I mean, it's we'll say this. Like if this is a straight, this would have to be a turn. That ruins the delta. So this one has to, okay. This one would have to be straight, and this would have to be a turn. So we know this is correct. We know these 3 are okay. All right. Since these cannot be the same, this has to be straight. The only thing that can fit here is another straight. The only way a straight gets put here is like that, and that makes that match. Here's a problem. This cannot be. This would have to be a straight. Makes this have to be. These okay. So that would like. We don't have a choice. This has to be a straight, and the only way to fill those areas, those turns. So these are all set in stone. Again here. This one and this one can't connect, so it can't be a turn. So once again, this one needs to be a straight. Because of that, this one needs to be a turn. Here. Only question we're running into. What turn do we build? This. This. You know what I'm saying? Because this coming out of here could be like. This coming out of here comes in either of these 2. Go this way. Okay, let's see if we turn this way, it's gotta be a turn. This one would have to be. This would have to. Okay, so the only way this could go. Whatever this is, it just can't come down to here. Can't go this way. This would have to go up. Still have to be a. All regions must be exactly 10. Should be exactly 3. All right. So what was the fill? What was the fill? I forgot how to fill. There we go. Okay. A bunch of 5s now. All right. 9. We got Delta and Joe. To be fair, these could be the same. This would just have to be. Actually, okay. No, because these, okay. So that's not the same. Um.
Whatever goes here can't be the same on. Whatever goes here has to be the same. Exactly enough space for 3. Has to be 3 shapes.
Okay, I think those are the same shape right now. Okay, the problem, no, it's not. What I'm gonna run into is now we have a whole bunch of dead space. You know what I'm saying? It's guaranteed this has to be its own thing, right? This has to be correct. Okay. Yeah, like this. Okay, everything is correct so far. Feeling the problem is that this end is the end of this. Okay. There we go. All right. I know I keep saying I need to not rely on that. You keep laying down in front of me, and I don't know what to do with you. You're in my puzzle space. Mwah. Little mittens. All right. Oh, almost be 5. All right. No. Okay. Okay, whatever, okay, whatever these become, the shape cannot go, whatever's here can't go thing. So, like, can't come down here. So, like, we could do this. See what I'm saying? But now we have a different problem. Something needs to come out of here and make this shape. And I don't know where that goes. We could have it be like, it could be like this. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. All right. Whatever's here, whatever's in this space, means whatever's here, here, cannot be related to. Means this is its own little area. Okay. All right, so this and this have to kind of exist on their own. I think this is correct. These have to kind of exist on their own. Whatever's going on here needs to be completely separate. So, like, if this ends up being this, not that it can be that shape, but if it were, this would need to be that shape. But now we can't make this. Okay, can't be that shape. It can't be that shape, which is fine. That doesn't create a problem. Just means it can't be that shape. Could be like this. Then we have that. Creates a problem here, though. The only thing it can't be is a straight line. Could be like this. We need to go in a different direction, though. creates an side. My only issue with doing that here is I don't know how. Okay, no, that's fine, actually. Problem we run into is now we got a dead spit. It can't be a 5 long. That's like the only shape that works. But I don't know how we. I'm almost positive that's the only shape that can go. Yeah, that's the only shape that can go there. My issue is I don't know how we come out of this corner with that shape and not create an immediate issue. Can't go that way. Go that way though? Oh. Because I'm thinking in the dumbest way possible. Okay. I don't know why that didn't occur to me. It's like it's just weird that I was not able to precision 8. Okay. Different. Likely that. Prison 5. No way around that. This is correct so far. All right. These would be two different. Okay. We know there's something here. This is 3. Can't go this way. So it's possible areas. Yeah, these are the places it can. Means we know this is this goes up one more. Whatever area this fills, it leaves only 4. So this has to go this way. Means this has to be the. This needs to be this. Can't. No. I can't be right. Okay, we just know that this is a clear line that can't be passed. By this one. Not necessarily by this one though. It can go up that way. that. Okay, all right, that works. All right. All right, we finish this area. As far as I can tell. Okay. Okay, now we have a different line to go down entirely. Or a different... I'm assuming this one. Polyomino. Creates the shape of its region. So, like, there's only one shape here. Only one way that could fit. One way that could fit. New rule. Kind of self-explanatory. Yeah, I was right about which window this was. Doesn't say the shapes can't. There's only one way this. There's nothing saying you can't have two symbols in the same. Right, and then there also can be just extra space left over, which is good to know. Okay, so there just can be gaps. You don't need to place whole shapes at once. You can use color in an incomplete part of the shape. Some of these just feel self-explanatory to me. You know what I mean? Single shapes. Neighboring regions must have different shapes. Okay, this is a different line of... This is an additional rule. Oh, this one's precision. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's 6 by 7. There's what is that? 36? No. $42. How many shapes is that? How many places? Okay. I found an extra one. Yay. All right. This is the only one that has definitive area that creates ones that have areas that. Okay. Fill the space. Go. I don't want to be like, oh, well, these are self-explanatory. But like, part of me is like, they kind of are, you know? Oh, okay. Must be one of these shapes. The only way that fits. The shape of things. Work. Trick here is that we need a way to get it so that something's not excluded. Looks like that, probably. Well, let's this area right here is without question where this is, right? So now it could take up either this space or this space, but we don't know yet. It could even be here as well. You know what I mean? But because of that, we know for a fact that this is going to create some interest. So now that this has to go here. Which again, some more definitions that we have to work with these shapes. This there goes here. This one. See the other. Can't be that way. Gotta be this way, right? Can't be here. Okay, maybe we need to look at this one. Because it has only so many possibilities. This possibility. This possibility. This That's it. Alright. So, this first one. What's wrong with this? Well, suddenly this one up here cannot be made into a square. So it can't be this possibility. Second possibility. This has the exact same problem. This one can't become a square. This possibility, only remaining possibility, has to be correct. Process of elimination, right? This one here, now it can only fill this space. This space. The process of elimination work. This is a 4x3, 3x4, however you want to do it. I forget if it's height or width that comes first. Regardless, takes up this. What am I talking about? It takes up this space. There's no other options. Made that too big. Yeah, I didn't mean to start that one. And this one's actually more, thankfully. You know it takes up this space.
Now it can come here, have this be here, or here and have. This way. Come here. Fill up this. This would be this becomes impossible then. Right? Let's see what happens if I do it. Comes that. I was just getting over here. Then that. Oh, that fills up. That's okay. No, that's correct, right? Am I wrong? No, I'm not wrong. Bunch of them down here. This. Yep, that had to be that. All right. All right. Now here's a question. Oh, that doesn't work out at all. Huh? There's a reason for these blank spots. Yeah, that's great. All right, we need 31 to keep going. I'm gonna guild this, and then maybe I'll play Dead by Daylight or Gen X. I'm not positive what I want.
I made the mistake of us making one major or something. They actually only one that's set in stone, I feel like. Would have to come out. Only way we can fit one in. I think that's correct. There we go. Here, all right. Shape bank. All these shapes must be I feel like that one just kind of fell into place for me. I don't know how else to put it. Oh Jesus. That? Okay. I don't know. Oh dear. At least we're not limited. I think the easiest one to look at is could be the you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't like I just I just kind of lay it out, you know what I mean? Just kind of lay it out. There's a 2. Has to be. Nice that they just sometimes can just fill up space without having to worry. A better way of. There is. That's lovely, but that doesn't work. Doesn't work either. Fudge. Well, there's only two. I see only two ways this shape here lays out. In both cases, this gets cut off here. Either it goes this way or it goes thing. Either way, this gets cut off here, which means this has to be this. So this is a shape that needs to be. See if it's possible. If this shape takes up this, suddenly this has to be this. This one becomes impossible. This shape. So that this can come. No. It doesn't even have to do that. It doesn't even have to do that because it could do this. No, it can't. It can't go past there. It can do this. And this can come this. This in over. And we can do that, just minimize space. Come over here. Creates the. Okay. No, we laid it out. We laid it out. There's 3 more to gild it. At least. The only way this shape. Sometimes there's only one way the shape fits. This will go this way. This can only go this. Suddenly. No. Wait, no. Go this way. It's okay. This one, okay. The nature of this one over here, because that doesn't have to be. That was just say everything's correct so far. Nature of this one here means it can't go this way. So the only way the T, this has to be here. Be like this. Have to be here. That works. That was a 3. Oh my gosh, that's a 3. All right, this, by the nature of this, these two have to be here. All right. I can't see it very well. There, where do I see that? Where do I get to see that one? All right. This is a 3? Oh my god. Can't possibly be how that one works. This is like a 3. Um. How does this one? If we do it like that, there's nowhere for this to be. You know what I mean? This, it envelops that. Feeling have to be this, wouldn't it? Lie down. I'm trying to see like how this one even would even go here and make room for anything else. Oh my god. That's fucking it. I overextended. That was fucking it. That was fucking it. I know I gilded you. Great. Another one down. All right. A must. This is a must. That makes everything else questionable. This could come this way. This comes this way. That's not for sure. No. I think this happened. Have this. Yeah, that works. That works perfectly. I don't know. Okay. And I think we'll finish this one and then we'll figure out something. We'll see. Okay, shape bank. All right. All right, so something we learned. Go in here because there's perfectly 8 in here. Really, only ways this will work. This. Could be this. That's the, I think if it's up here, this would have to be an. And then suddenly there's this long shape here that doesn't work. So I think this has to be this way. We can do this. No, we can't. We can do that. No, we can't. Okay. Okay. Let's do a count because that's kind of what we need to do. We need to make counts. What's it? Bases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This has 8, right? 11. All right. So, assuming each of these need to be multiples of 4 to have it, literally 0 can come in here. All right. The multiple here of 4 is highest while going over is 8. So that gives us 3 that has to come in here. Okay. With 10 minus 8, it's 2 has to come in here. With 13 minus 12, it's 1. All right. Each of these have a different amount of additional areas that can go into it. Okay. But because of that, that means we know for a fact this is cut off. But it has to come in here. Right? And then that this is cut off over here. Can't have any more out. All right. Which does mean 2 things. This is the only way this shape gets here. That's proof. That's set in stone. Now this can either come up this way, which it can't, or this way, which it can because we. So set in stone. Okay, those 100% what needs to happen. Now again, we can't come in here. We may as well just can't come in here. Right? All right. What can be in here is basically, again, completely set. We're all good. What is this? Okay, back to this one again. 1, 2 need to come into this one. Come in this one. That actually creates this only one shape that can be Everything else should actually kind of just fall into place. Correct? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, as I said, everything else just kind of falls into place after that point. I know it says +2, but I feel like there's more that I'm missing. A lot of these areas have a +3. Tricky part is finding that extra one. If you don't like scavenger hunts at all, you're not going to like this part of this game. You know what I'm saying? A little flower. The game's pretty. Don't get me wrong. Look like a perfect nestle. Ooh, found one. Like, I know there's something hiding somewhere. You know what I mean? I had a feeling. I had a feeling in the soul of my booty. The very depths of my anus. That there was something there hiding. Okay? Mingle shape, neighboring region. All regions must be one of these shapes. Can't be that. Huh? All right, that's neat. That rule is interesting. I don't think it's as intuitive as I would like, but in worse rule. Would have to go this way because we don't want to go this way. Can't neighbor this way. Really just means two like shapes can't be touching. That's really all that means. Oh. I'm so confused here. This is correct. Oh. Oh. Because those, okay, because those two can be connected. That's right. Oh. I'm such a silly goose. Oh God. All right. Well, this can't go straight, so it has to be that. It's just basically patient. Trying to figure out two ways to do. Okay, those are exactly the same shape. It has to be something to do with where these triangles are. Oh, it's still the same shape. Do it like this. Okay, no, there has to be two regions. Yeah, it's still the same shape. Still the same shape. That blocks that. Okay, okay, something here is wrong. Okay. All right. What is my mistake? That actually didn't tell me what the mistake was. Okay. Yeah, no. Okay. Okay, no, I realized what my mistake. Okay, is there anywhere that here? Equal shapes. Oh no. Can't be like that. It's got, okay. No matter what I do, whenever I do it, it's gotta not not touch another one. Oh no. See what I'm saying? Oh. I feel like that one has to be correct. Sure. Just make sure this touched. Oh, actually, that might not be correct. I want to say list, but then we can't do that. That looks like the only way that one works. But, like, that can't do that. Because those two can't touch. Oh my god. I'm almost positive all these are owned. Okay. I think this has to be the... You know what I'm saying? Draw lines around where I cannot have any land. I think this is the only way that this one fits in now. Have anything here? Okay. Why does this feel like... Why does this feel like I'm doing something wrong? Okay, no, wait. how this works. Okay. All right. That worked out great. Doing it that way works out great. All right. Mingle shape window. Oh. Mingle's a fucking bitch. Oh. Yeah, that's kind of the way that some of these have to go. You want to be able to solve it. Like, have any chance of solving it. This one has to be a 2 here. 2 can't be connected here, a 6 can't fit here, so it has to be a 4. Since this connects both of them, now we have to have a 6 in some direction. Or, you know, a 2x3 in some direction. This one. This. Work. Oh, that's terrible. That creates a situation where we can't have it. I mean, this is correct. All right. Look at that. Would have to be. But now this creates a problem here. There's nothing here that can go. I mean, no matter what happens, this ends up down here. This becomes a 6 in either direction. One of these two. This way. A 2 has to be. Or would have to be. Has to go here. Or actually, it's gonna be a 4. Is that right? All right. Not the most overtly intuitive puzzles, but okay. All right. Oh. You can logic your way to a solve. Hey, there's only one way to do that one. Let's just be fair. Oh, God. What am I doing? This one's just be 4. What am I doing? This one's gonna just be 4. Oh my God. All right. Great. Great. Those two? Great. Fantastic. We did it. Great. Great. Fantastic. No, wait. What are we doing? All right. Alrighty. 2. All right. That doesn't work. Actually, not sure about. All right, let's say okay. Be a 1 and a 3. This one has to be a 1, right? This one has to be a 3. 3 by 3. This has to be a 1. It can't be correct, though. It can't be correct, though. It's not. I know exactly why. That can be a 1. Yeah. There we go. All right, we got it. We got it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that fixed that problem real quick there for me, didn't it? Probably did that. All right, the problem is this one right here, no matter what it does, is a 2. Go this way. Forces this would have to be along the line. What do we do with this one then? Comes up this way. The only one this connect to is that can't be a 2, so it's have to be. Can't be a 2. The only option would be... I think the only way this is a 2... have to avoid being 2 or... Oh, yeah. And then these just extend down that way, and it fixes the issue, right? Yeah. See, I'm smartish. All right. Well, let's look at the... Okay. I think the best one to start with here. The reason for that is because we have very few options. In fact, I think we have only one option, because this one has to be an L. If we do this L, this forces this L, but then there's no shape here for this one. The same thing happens if we do this L here. Again, the only thing this can go to is this one here, and that's just not a shape it can make. So this can only go to this, or this circle. So it has to be this one. Okay. Okay. All right, we're moving on. Moving on. This one up here. Let's see. Look at our options here. There's only 2 circles it can go to. This one or this one. Right? All right. Okay. Well, here's our dilemma. It cannot be an L shape because of the bingle. Could be a square. It's likely a square. But what is there a possibility of it being this corner? Well, the only way it's this corner shape, this. Okay, what options does it leave? But what options does it leave for here is that is a square that can't be made, or an L shape that leaves an empty block. So if we're gonna have to fill that in, this has to be the square. So this has to be the square, and this has to be an L shape. Okay. All right. The mingle rule can be puzzled quite nicely. I like it. I like it quite a lot. All right. Moving on. All right. Next one, we'll do this one. Because this touches a square and an L, this can only be the corner shape, and this is the only one it can go to, so that's the only corner shape that can be possibly made there. Okay. Okay. And that means this one here can only be a square, making it that. This can only be a corner. And we're doing nice. This has to be an L. Anyway, an L, well, L can come out of here in 2 directions, 2 ways. We can either come up this way and have an L like that. Do that. This has to be a square here. Have to have an L here. Have to have a corner here and then a square here. That all works. So that is probably the solution. Okay. Oh, there's two here. Look at this. Look at this. All right. Okay. Let's just drop a shape here. Start filling it out. What has to happen? That's not a possible one. Sure. What has to happen? Have to be this. The biggest issue I'm running into is right here. Okay. Whatever. All right, we got two shapes we can use. We have the S block or whatever. So coming out of here cannot be an S block. It has to be an L block. Has to be an S block. This would have to be an L block. Not to be an L block that way though. Problem. Could be like that, but that leaves us a little. Be like that. I'm positive of this. The problem I run into with an L block is anything but this presents a problem, but I cannot put an L. Can't put an L block there. And now there's a sudden problem here. Wait, I mean, this is all correct. All right. So the problem with an L block here, we put it long ways like that. There's too much space here because there's no 3-space side for the S shape. But here produces the same problem. You have to put an L block. This looks about as right as it can be, but it becomes a problem because there's an L block that has to be here. This has to be an L block still. Right? It has to be. How do we do this? Because now we have a block here that just can't be filled. Wait. Can L go like this? And then then we create an area that doesn't have both. Okay. Oh. Yeah, that's how we do it. All right. Okay. Oh. I don't know. I just gotta start filling. I don't know. Sometimes you just start filling things in, and it makes sense to you. All right. That's the only way that exists. Only way that exists. That exists there. Okay. I mean, that looks perfect. You know what I mean? But it can't be. It can't be. I have a feeling this is the right shape. Like, I have a feeling these two are both the right shape. Like, all that seems like it has to be the right shapes. You know what I mean? Although we run into a problem when we try to fill this one. Because I don't know how to make those not connect. You know what I mean? Could be that. Oh, wait, no. It has to be that. Have to be that. Okay. No, we figured it out. That was actually pretty. Oh, nice. Pretty good. All right. Set in stone. All right. It's not correct. Whatever these two are doing, they cannot come here. This has to be its own block. This has to be correct. Whatever this is doing, it cannot. Or here. They're off limits. The reason why, okay. This be like this? It can. No, it can't. This could be like this. No. No, it can't. Be a 1 here. Okay, this has to be correct. All right, that's correct. This come down this way. 1 here that we would have to have. This could be a 3. That would fix that problem we're having up. Okay. This just can't go this way at this point. If we made this and there. I think we've solved this. Okay. I'm almost positive this is correct. Now, the only question is, what do we do here? Go this way. This one has to be a 1. It'll have to be a 3. Can't be do. This has to go up. Right? Okay. Now this can be a 1 block. Can be a 1 block. Can also be a 3 block. So be this 3 block corner. I have to make this be a that. But then that leaves no options here. This would have to be a 1 block. Has to be a 1. What can we do with this? Do this. Because that takes care of the problem we have with these two here. 2 block. This could be a block. This could be a 2 block. Block. This could be. All right. No, that actually solved. No, that solves it. Solves it. All right. I don't know if this is what the devs consider logically solving. You know what I mean? Okay, this has to be a 3. If this has to be a 2. Right? This would have to be a 2. This would have to be a 3. This would be a 1. Has to go this way. No, it doesn't have to go that way. This has to go this way. Shape bank. It couldn't be a 3 because, you know. Only way a 3 gets there. It has to be a 1. It has to be a 2. Has to be a. Has to be a 3. Only way 2. 3 gets here that would direct. So these ones are gonna have to be that. I mean, this could be a. Okay. This could be a 2. No, I cannot. This 2 has to go this way. Because this has to be a 2 here. This has to be a 1. This can be a 2 in this direction? Then a 3. Alright. 6. Do a 5 before we. Alright. It's the only way this goes over here, right? Let's work on this. Okay. These two have to be together and the only way that this shape gets made is if it takes up these. So we want the one does this. It just creates a zone here. Other ones cannot fit. So that creates a spot for this one. See what I'm doing? But right, so all these are satiated. Okay. This can do a lot of different things. I don't think this can do that. Okay. This. Just trying to fit in everything. Pretty sure this has to come out. Very elite. Necessarily have to be like right there. It has to be at least that. So pretty sure this one needs to be. Anything that's not... Yes. There's at least one mistake, but everything looks satisfied. All right. Let's try to figure out what the mistake is. Where is there something that creates a problem because it has two things next to each other that shouldn't be able to touch? Oh, I see the problem. I see the problem. Because right here. Yeah. Alright. Okay. No, I see the problem. Okay, this is all correct. Okay. How does this one get filled? Almost positive the only way this shape that come this way. Doesn't have to be all the way over. Up. Up. One would need to come down. Not create one here. This would have to come. Not to create a two. This one would have to come down this way. This could be this. That works. That works. Right? Is there an issue now? Oh, an issue. That is an issue. Can this go this way? Question. That. Are there any problems with that? Yes. 2 here. All right. Now where is there an issue? Can't be a 3. True. There can't be a 3. Huh. Am I wrong about this? Am I wrong about that being the only way that can go there? No, I'm not wrong about that. I mean, this here could, like... Okay, these are 2 separate shapes entirely. Okay. That's... Yeah, alright. This could come this way, but I don't know if that's possible. No, because now this creates a 1 space. Doesn't want to come that way. I mean, this has to be like this. This has to be like... There's no question of this. This has to go this way. This has to be that. Has to be here. Has to be here. Right? Okay. Assume this is all filled. Okay. And this is all correct? Yeah. Okay. This has to be at least these two. Cannot come in this direction. Something else. Pretty sure that's the only way that creates anything. It'd have to be these three. This has to at least do this. How far back do we have to go? Okay, everything here, correct. Can be a one space. That has to be right. That has to be right. All right. Correct. That's correct. No, I can't do that. That? Oh, we can't do that. There we go. All right. Or here. All right. So if I okay. Right here, I could put a 3 or a 4. I could put this a 1x3 here. But the only thing that could go here is a 1x2 then. And what has to go here would be what would have to go in this space is a 2x2 that can't fit. So this one has to be right. Okay. The only thing that can come out of here, the 1x2. Gives us a corner that has to be a 2x2. Corner that has to be a 1x3. Gives us a corner that has to be a 1x2, but it can be either direct. Same here. These are both 1x2 corners. This is also 1x2 corner. Means those both have to go in those directions. This has to be a 1x3. This now has to be that. Let's go in this direction. Now, either we could do a 1x3 here. A 1x2 in this direction. Or has to be in this direction. Okay, this is correct. Has to be that. Has to be that. Could be that, though. This leaves a lot more real estate up here for us to play with. Three. That would work. Yeah, we could do that. Has to be the let's figure this out. If this were to do this, that corner, we'd have that corner. Goes this way. A lot less corners that we have to figure out. This one's not simple. All right, well, let's check out the one given. Get a 1x2. If that's the way that this goes, that has to be that way. Yeah. Okay. That worked out. More here. Maybe. Possibly. Likely. Okay. This one's I'm lost on this one. Creates a problem. No way out of there. I have a feeling that has to be two. I have a feeling that has to be 2 1s. Yeah. However, these are built. Now it's to be built around that. These got to come out of here. These have to be 1 by 2. Okay. Bring me this way. This would have to be a 3. Probably have to come this way. Have to be the 3. There. Would have to be a 1. Have to be a 2. Have to be a 2. This would have to. We know for a fact this have to go this way. Oh no, we know for a fact this would have to go this way. This would have to be a 2 then. This would have to be a 1. All right. Now, for effect, this has to go here. In fact, this would be. For effect, this would be a. The 1x3 would have to be this one. Would have to be a 2. Is 1. This direction. Had to be a 2, and 3 would have to go this. 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 Two here. Go here. Go here. Okay. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Oh my god. I've unlocked a new area. Yay. There's so much more. I've been going for 3 hours. Fuck. I need to find my cap. Got my drink cap. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Quitting that now. Honestly, what am I doing here? A couple games of Dead by Daylight. Just a couple killer games, I guess. I think that's it. Yeah. 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 Blood Moon event.
Curious.
I don't want Cortana. Fuck Cortana. I'm gonna play for a little bit. I'm not even changing the title. Just fuck it. Fuck it. Okay, well that was a pointless thing to do for me. Dang it. What'd I bring? Bandage hull and leather loop. Oh, did they finally change it so the colors are correct on this thing? What do I get for the perks? Whispers, which is absolutely terrible. Dark Devotion and Mad Grit. All right. Yeah, sure. All right, let's go. Huntress time. Worst Huntress ever. Plus the queue times are absolutely down. Queue times are absolutely awful.
Oh, they are horrible. All right. Yeah. Sure. No, we'll play tomorrow. It's fine. I like the fun facts. They misspelled Adam's source name, so it didn't get